Cora Key from Clay County, Tennessee, and today we'll be going over some sheep showmanship. The basic parts to remember when you're getting your sheep ready for showmanship is it takes a lot of practice and time to get them where you want them. Don't get frustrated. It's best to work in the morning or evening when it's not so hot outside, and work them in small segments of 10-15 minutes. Don't overdo it. Keeping a lamb out for 30 minutes just wears your patience thin and theirs too. The first part of getting your sheep ready for showmanship is getting them halter broke and used to you. In sheep, we use a rope halter, and the most important part of this is getting this halter put on the right way, knowing where it goes and how it goes. So this lead needs to be on your right side, and the piece that tightens needs to be under the chin. Lots of people get this wrong. The thicker piece is the nose band that goes over the nose. Any variation of this is going to make it very difficult to get you and your lamb both working together. And you also want to spend some time in the pen gentling the lamb. The first week or two you get her home, sheep are prey animals, and you're going to have to get her used to being touched. Grooming her, touching her legs, feeding her, petting her. Get in the pen and spend some what I call bucket time, just getting her to trust you before you take that halter off and really get her to When you're leading your lamb, you're going to lead them into the ring without their halter. That's a key part of showmanship, is not having that halter on anymore. Your left hand goes under the chin. I keep my thumb out. That's just the way I do it. There's where all your control is. Yes, you're going to have this hand going down right behind the ears on the back of the neck. But you don't have a lot of control here. You just use that to push her to get her to go. This is where your control is, on bottom. And you don't want to have around their neck, choking them in their throat. I've got under her chin and behind her ears. Now I'm going to ask her to go, and she's going to go. She's not been worked with a whole lot. If you have one that's a little more stubborn, go ahead and tap at that dock button, and that'll help move them forward. You know, now that she gets broker, you still want to keep a slow speed. Even if you have one that's really broke and wants to go fast, in showmanship, you want a pretty slow speed to get the judge's attention. First, I'm going to talk about my body position, and this ewe lamb is way too short for me. So when you're picking out, selecting your animals at the beginning of the year, try to think about size. To be where I would need to be in showmanship, I would need to squat way down. The idea of this position of a brace is to have your inner thigh on their breast or chest plate, not anywhere on their neck or on their throat. So I would need to get low because this is a short ewe lamb. So after my leg's in position, I usually keep my weight on my right leg bent at the knee and my left leg straight out of the sheep's way, but not too far out where the judge can trip on it. And then as far as my hands positions, I keep one hand just kind of propping their ears up. Not too upright, not loose, just kind of up and forward on the sides of her face. The second part of a good brace is keeping the lamb in the correct position. And that's going to be having those front legs straight down. And she's a little bit far forward right now, but you want them squared up even with each other. And the same thing in the back legs. How you get those legs in the correct position is to pick up at the hock and place it, or to bump her a little with your leg and get her to back up and come forward, whichever she needs to do. We don't want her legs way out too far. That'll make her look weak at her hip. And we don't want her front feet out and make her look weak in her top. Just kind of square her up. You see a lot of kids picking up on them, and that's not something we want to do in showmanship. That kind of hurts the lamb, causes it some pain, makes it jump. Ideally, it's best if you're an older exhibitor to go ahead and hand set those legs by picking up at the hock and at the knee. The reason for bracing and having your thigh into their chest is to get a firm handle when the judge comes in. We want our lambs to be lean and feel pretty tight-hided, and so that's the whole reason, is to get a push. Now she's not pushing the best today, but I've got a pretty firm handle on her. If my cameraman will move around, I'll show you the different lines. Okay, right here's the first line. From nose to dock of the sheep. When the cameraman crosses over, I'll go ahead and switch legs with that lamb. Just kind of naturally, you want to go real slow and look intense when you do it. If cameraman will move back to the other side, I'll show it one more time. So that's your first line, dock to nose. The other line is shoulder down. So if the cameraman will move to the front of the lamb, I'll exhibit what we're supposed to do then. So maintaining eye contact with your judge, you want to step off and make sure your front feet are square. Hold her head forward, and then we have that nose to tail line that just got crossed again. Switch over, and see, that lamb never felt to move her front feet. If she would have, I could go ahead and square back up. Eye contact is the key to showmanship. If you want to move yourself up a couple places, have eye contact with your judge. There's no need to ever take your eyes off of them for any reason. Even when you're setting legs and leading that lamb, you should be so comfortable that you don't have to lose your focus. Intensity is key, not being so serious that you look unhappy, but not so relaxed that you're smiling and goofing off. Just kind of a pretty serious, intense thing with some really good eye contact will help you place better in showmanship. There's two things a judge can ask you to do in showmanship, and that's to be on profile or to pull in. Profile is also called head to tail. That's where you'll walk your ewe lamb up. Come on, girl. And just set her in a straight line. Go ahead and brace her, reach back, set her legs, whatever. The other position is head to tail. And if the judge points in for you to go nose to the wall, you want to swing out wide and go in. With other sheep around, you want to leave yourself adequate distance. On head to tail, at least a sheep's length between you and the sheep in front of you, in case yours jumps forwards or backs up. You want to be courteous to the other exhibitors. And the same thing when you go side to side. Leave you a couple feet, don't get right on top of each other. I hope you learned something in this quick showmanship video. Just to go over the important things, start by halter breaking that lamb, and you're going to want to tie them up tight with that head up in the air, just so they learn some resistance and to follow you. And don't start doing your showmanship stuff till they're good and halter broken at home. And then kind of to talk about what to do day of the show to get ready for showmanship. First, you want to start with yourself. You want to be presented well. You know, blue jeans, starched or not starched. You want to have on boots, not tennis shoes, not muck rubber boots. Nice pair of cowboy boots or twisted X. Maybe a button-up shirt tucked in with a belt would be really nice, or have a belt buckle on. And unlike me, you don't want a long necklace or something that's going to get tangled up or have your hair in your face. Ladies, try to put your hair back for showmanship. That's just something so you're not fidgeting with it and distracting you and the lamb. Also, don't wear really loud colors. You definitely want to wear maybe something bright to get the judge's attention, but not something so distracting that it takes away from the sheep and the showmanship presentation itself. And you also want to have your sheep ready for showmanship. The morning of, you want to get them spotless, white, clean, shiny. You want the legs brushed and fluffed out. You want their head, the inside of their nose and ears, everything on the sheep to be clean as possible. There's a chance the judge can ask you questions in showmanship, so be prepared for that, such as what is the age, breed of your animal, who's the sire, what do you feed it, things like that. Might ask you the date of birth, if it was born as a single or a twin, or who you purchased it from. It might ask you where certain cuts of meat come from, so it's also important to know those skill-a-thon basics when you're doing showmanship. That's pretty much all I have today. For showmanship, just practice. The judge is going to come in and handle that lamb, so be used to having them touched. At the show, there's going to be a crowd and clapping and excitement. Maybe play a radio or music in your barn just to get them used to it. For breeding sheep, today's focus was on commercial ewe and market lambs. Keep that same level of intensity and eye contact, but sometimes we show breeding sheep down just to keep that top line up and level. If you're showing breeding sheep, once again, practice at home, rubbing that belly so they're not jumpy like this ewe lamb, and talk to whoever raised your lamb to learn what type of showmanship you'll be doing at the state and regional shows. And remember, the most important part of the whole project and showmanship specifically is to have fun. Work with your teammate, work with your family, and make memories, because once it's over, it's something you'll look back on for a lifetime.